The Trump administration continuing to crack down on campus anti-Semitism, now turning their attention to Harvard University, where nearly $256 million in contracts and $8.7 billion in grants are at risk. Education Secretary Linda McMahon announcing a review of federal funding, saying this: Harvard's failure to protect students on campus from anti-Semitic discrimination, all while promoting divisive ideologies over free inquiry, has put its reputation in serious jeopardy. Joining us now is Brooke Goldstein, Executive Director of the Lawfare Project. Brooke, thanks for joining us. So Harvard has issued this statement in response, saying we fully embrace the important goal of combating anti-Semitism, one of the most insidious forms of bigotry. Urgent action and deep resolve are needed to address this serious problem that is growing across America and around the world. It is present on our campus. Is that statement enough? Where do you see this going?
Thank you, Sandra, for having me today. Really, the statement is too little, too late. And curiously, just comes after, over $8.7 billion worth of grants is now being threatened. But where was this university in the last 2 years? Not only the students, but the faculty at the university were openly celebrating October 7th terror attacks, have called for death to Jews. Jewish students have been assaulted on campus, beaten up by mobs. They've been spat on. They've been retaliated against. They've been discriminated against. And this has nothing to do with the so-called Israeli-Palestinian conflict and everything to do with Jewish civil rights. And yet the university has done absolutely nothing. They have been the subject of lawsuits. Apparently, there's still a lawsuit going on that hasn't been settled by Shabbos Kestenbaum. And I don't see the university taking any actions based on their words and their now renewed commitment to fight anti-Jewish discrimination. One of the most important things that has to happen, besides just withholding and reviewing federal grants, is a complete and total review of the curriculum at this school, which I understand to be riddled with anti-Americanism and anti-Semitism. The school apparently has gotten grants from Qatar, the second largest state sponsor of terrorism. Why is Qatar funding our colleges? Why is Qatar funding Harvard? And what relationship does that funding have to do with the level of anti-Americanism and anti-Semitism in the curriculum itself?
I want to finish up with this, as we did tease it. Tim Walz's daughter, her name is Hope, and she has decided to share over TikTok why she will not be attending grad school. Listen.
I am not going to give my money, go into debt for support institutions that don't support their students and the right to protest and, speak out for their communities. I'm, privileged white woman, but I'm not going to put myself in a position, where I'm giving money or supporting institutions that don't support their students.
To be clear, she's saying she doesn't want to go give her money to a school that won't protect students who want to protest. It wasn't because she doesn't want to go to a school that's not protecting kids from anti-Semitism on campus. I want to get your reaction to that.
Right, well, that's a curious statement. I guess the end conclusion I would agree with. Who wants to go to any universities that tolerate such a hostile environment? It seems as though the universities, though, are prioritizing the violence and the pro-terror speech over the civil rights of their Jewish students and, frankly, other minority students as well, or anyone who wants to attend and have an education free of a heated and violent environment. So regardless of how she came to that conclusion, I think that American colleges are facing a big problem right now.
Fair enough. There's probably that thought on coming from a couple different angles. Appreciate your time, Brooke. Thank you.